Well, it was always going to be an uphill climb for the Denver Nuggets to even win a single game in this series, let alone 4 of them. It would have taken heart, will, and their absolute A-plus game to get it over the finish line. And while the Nuggets have displayed 2 of those 3 things in spades to this point of this series, they most certainly have not been on their A-plus game. The Thunder, meanwhile, who had been historically excellent this season, well, they have not really played great at all in this series, but that is just what their margin for error is. They don't have to be great because their team is just so damn great. And they have forced the Nuggets into now consecutive fourth quarter collapses in 2 games that were highly winnable, but again, that is the pressure that they put you under. To have to play perfect in these games to beat just their C game. Ultimately, the Nuggets just haven't had the ability to close these last 2 games out, and now the series is all but over, with the Thunder rallying for yet another late and decisive fourth quarter comeback win, 112-105, and outscoring the Nuggets 34-19 in the fourth quarter. A highly winnable game in what has been a highly and shockingly winnable series. And look, ultimately, I have been highly critical of the Denver supporting cast, which has been put around Jokic over the last couple years that I have been doing this. Which, welcome in, guys, and many thanks for being here. Please do consider, by the way, subscribing if you are new to the channel, and to those of you who are already subscribed and have been out here for me, many thanks to you. Thank you very, very much for your continued support of me. But yes, I have been extremely critical of various players on this team in the past 2 years, including Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. most prominently. But look, I have nothing negative to say about anyone on this team right now for anything that I have seen in this series or their entire postseason run to this point. Several of these players are massively overpaid. They just are. But that's not their fault. It's the front office that generated those contracts. All I have seen, though, to this point of this playoff run are guys giving it all and giving everything they have. Unfortunately, though, for the Nuggets, it just isn't good enough. They have given it all. They are just substantially outmatched. These starters for the Nuggets, by and large, have either neutralized the Thunder or arguably outplayed them. But the bench has been massive for the Thunder, particularly the last 2 games, where they outscored the Nuggets bench 35-8 in Game 4, and while they outscored them 22-10 tonight. It is forcing the starters to play elevated minutes, and that is amid the mounting minutes from the last round of the playoffs, as the Thunder, who had a week off coming into this series, got the Nuggets on just 1 day of rest after completing their 7-game series win over the LA Clippers. The starters for Denver, forced to push through exhaustion against fresher players and elite defenders, have just come up short in the end. It is part of what makes the Thunder so hard to beat. It is part of what their massive advantage is. And look, ultimately, no Nuggets player in this series has been at their best, and that is as a result of the pressure they have been put under. Nikola Jokic, by and large, has been lousy the last 3 games following a historic Game 1 performance, until that is tonight's game, in which Jokic was, well, again, Jokic, finally. Historical Jokic, that is. A near flawless, perfect game for him. 44 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists for a guy struggling badly coming into this game tonight for the series with turnovers. Well, he had only 2 tonight. A guy who was struggling mightily with his shot coming in was 17 of 25 from the field tonight, 5 of 7 from 3, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Literally, he could not play a better game, with the stakes of this game being factored in on the road and facing this defense with practically no rest. He played 44 minutes tonight, by the way, which included every second of the second half. And yet, somehow, he saved his best for the fourth quarter, scoring 13 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Unfortunately, the remainder of his team scored just 6 points in the final quarter on just 1 of 15 from the field. 1 of 15 from the field, with him scoring 13 on 4 of 6. That included just 1 of 6 for Jamal Murray, the only other single player to make a single field goal in that quarter outside of Nikola Jokic. But again, there is no blame to go on these players. No to throw around. After all, this is just the pressure this team puts you under to be perfect, and to do it under exhaustion for playing elevated minutes and against this historic defense. Murray, for his part, was good enough in this game, scoring 28 points, but on only 10 of 27 and fading late. Outside of Murray and Jokic, though, only one other Nuggets player scored in double digits tonight, and it was Aaron Gordon with just 13 points on 13 shots. The Thunder, meanwhile, well, they come at you in waves. SGA was not great in this game in the first half. He scored just 11 points on 4 of 11, but credit to him, who will be named the MVP at some point this week, we would think. He came out in the second half and played like it. He was great, dropping 20 points on 8 of 12 shooting in the second, but he was neutralized by Jokic's 25 points on 9 of 12 in the second half. Shea, though, has a great team around him, getting massive efforts from various players, such as Alex Caruso off the bench, who outscored the Nuggets bench all by himself tonight. Lou Dort also hit 3 consecutive massive three-pointers in the fourth quarter, with the Nuggets up 9 at the time, by the way, and they were part of 6 total Thunder players in double-digit scoring tonight. Yes, there will be no trashing of any of these Nuggets supplementary players, as they have all given a valiant effort. They just, frankly, aren't good enough to win this series. And you just have to tip your hat and congratulate the Thunder for that, who again, I speculated preseason would win this title this year easily and root to the beginning of a dynastic run by them. And well, we are right there now at the cusp of that. But I was wrong about one thing: it hasn't been easy, not at all. And for that, you have to credit these Nuggets. Guys, again, many thanks for joining me here, and please do make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with more from me. Until next time, guys.